So today we are at the beach. We're at Seaburn Beach and we're here because I got an email from somebody who watched our last video where we had a trip to Hendon Beach, and they said, oh, it's all well and good, you taking all your dogs out and that when there's no distractions. Yeah, so we've brought you to a busier beach today, and so there's people, dogs, horses, all this kind of thing, lots of different smells, and hopefully you'll be able to see that we can still keep really good control of our dogs even when we're somewhere really busy like this. So here we are. We're getting the dogs out the van now. It's a good idea to try and get the dogs interested in you. Remember last week I showed you that we had some tasty liver, yeah, which the dogs can smell really well, and we've also got our tennis balls. What's this? Woohoo! Yeah, so I'll give the dogs all can have a little sniff of this. So they know that we've got stuff already, and we're talking to the dogs all the time. And we've also got, yeah, so it's really important that we have good control of the dogs all of the time, especially when we're somewhere like this where we know there's more people. So for some of the dogs who are just on like a normal round the waist leash, Charlie's a bit calmer, so he's just on a normal leash. Betty and Alex are a little bit more excited, yeah, so they get head collars, they get gentle head collars, and this is all just to help us have more control, yeah? You know your own dog, you know how excitable he gets when you take him to the beach or the park or wherever, yeah, so you can take the right steps to ensure that he's got the right kind of lead or harness on, or long lead that you're going to need to keep good control of your dog. Let's go to the beach then. Good boy, Charlie. So we're here near the world famous cat and dog steps and we just come from the van to here. But before we go on the beach, I'm going to scout it out a little bit, see where's busy, see where isn't. I'm going to head somewhere where there's nobody at when we first get there, because it's really important that we play a couple of games with the dogs and show them what we've got and practice a couple of recalls or do whatever it is that we need to do to get the dogs interested in us, yeah? It's going to be too difficult for the dogs to just be exposed to other dogs running around, people, kids, all that kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's only fair on the dogs to do a little recap of all of the things and remind them of all of the good things that we've got and all of the fun things that we do every time that we go to the beach or the park or anywhere that we go that's a public place. So that's what we're going to do right now. Come on, guys. Head first. So we've arrived, we're on the beach. Very exciting for the dogs. And we've found a little spot here where it's nice and quiet. So you'll see we're going to get the toys and the treats out again. We're going to play with our dogs. We're going to get them interested. Here, come here. Going to get them interested in the things that we've got. Show them all the rewarding things that we've got and start to play some games. We can let them off gradually, obviously, yeah. So we let the calmest dogs off first. We spend a bit more time getting the more energetic dogs, or the dogs that are more likely for us to struggle to control a bit more. Yeah, we're going to take a bit longer before we let those dogs off. So it's exactly the same thing that you can do as well with your own dog. Yeah, obviously you're only going to have one dog. We've got several dogs out today, none of which are actually our dogs. Yeah, these are just dogs that we walk on a daily basis. So this should be a lot easier for you. But you can follow this process that we use, and hopefully it'll give you it'll make it easier for you to control your dog when you take them out somewhere. Stay there. Okay. So we've got a couple of dogs off now. A couple of dogs off lead. Max here. So we're always talking to the dogs. We want them checking in. We want them get this magic circle going around us so that they're never going too far out of distance. Good boy, Charlie. Good boy. Yeah, so we're rewarding them just for checking in with us. They know we've got things that they like, and they enjoy playing it with us as well. Yay, good boy. And here we have little Dolly. You're gorgeous, aren't you, Dolly? And you're gorgeous too, Ruby, yeah. So a nice little example there of somebody who, because they didn't know or because they don't care, we don't know, they did the exact opposite of what we did, yeah? They let their dog straight off the lead, and the dog was very, very excited. He saw us and he ran over to play or whatever. Fortunately, all of our dogs were fairly interested in us, so they kind of just followed us away from the other dog, who followed us for a little bit until he went back with his owners. Yeah, but that's just a really great example of why you should take a little bit of time, you know, to stop, have 30 seconds, show your dog the things that you've got, talk to him, make him do something. Charlie, Charlie. Yeah, so if your dog's looking at you, then he's listening to you. That's a good boy, Charlie, good boy. All right, if your dog's looking at something else, another dog or another part of the beach, or Charlie's looking at Alex because he's got treats now as well. But if your dog's looking at something else, then that's the thing that he's interested in, yeah? So eye contact's really important. Make sure that you're getting some eye contact from your dog and you're rewarding eye contact. And make sure that you're getting eye contact regularly before you let your dog off the lead, all the time. So this is how we do it, yeah? It's not particularly difficult. We just play with the dogs. We have things that the dogs like, that we know the dogs like, and then we use them to keep the dog interested in us. Yeah, and we're going to go further along where it's a bit busier now, but we took a bit of time to get the dogs interested. Put the ball away a second now. Yeah. Yeah, so even when we don't have anything on us, even when we don't have anything out, any treats or anything, yeah, the dogs, put them away. The dogs are in the habit of looking at us already. Yeah, we're creating a pattern of behaviour where the dogs look to us for fun and for excitement all the time. Yeah, so we're going to head along the beach and the dogs can have a bit of a swim. Come on, guys. So we're moving along the beach now. There's more people along this way. Yeah, we need to have more control of the dogs. I can see a couple of dogs who are obviously very, very playful. They're playing together. That's fine, they can do that, but we don't want them. We don't want to provide a play session for those dogs. We want to play with our dogs. Yeah, so we're gonna avoid those dogs, obviously. Yeah, we can't. We need to take responsibility for the dogs all the time, and you do with your own dog. Lily, Dudley, here.
Lil,
yeah, so it's never the dog's fault, yeah? If your dog runs away and he knocks someone over, that's not the dog's fault, that's your fault, yeah? If the dog runs away and he gets bitten off another dog or he bites another dog, yeah? You should have had better control of your dog, you know? It's never the dog's fault, all right? You need to take complete responsibility for everything that your dog does all of the time, yeah? And once you do that, you'll find that you actually enjoy your dog walks a lot more, because if you know that you're responsible, then you'll be looking out for danger signs, you know, playful dogs or horses or whatever it is that are going to distract your dog, and you're going to be more mindful of it, and you're going to take steps to keep your dog more interested in you, just using the same techniques that we have done so far. So we'll wait these people get out of the way, and then we'll carry on again. Hiya. Hello. Right. Come on, Kelsey, come on. Right, so we're off again with the dogs. We like to bring a little variety of stuff with us, so we got a couple of new balls. You saw me with the new Kong balls, which the dogs love. Sometimes they get the dogs too excited, the squeaky balls, so we have some plastic balls as well. We like to bring, especially when we've got a lot of dogs like this, we like to bring a couple of balls out, lots of treats, so the dogs don't have to be too competitive. We can chuck one ball one way and one ball another way, and then the dogs will, you know, they can go separate ways for the balls. And sometimes we do that with more. We take 3 or 4 balls with us, especially when we've got lots of dogs like this. Yeah, but they're all nice and interested in us. We've got this nice little magic circle going now, where the dogs are just kind of revolving around us all the time, and they're not really looking at anything else on the beach. Yeah, and as long as we keep them engaged, come on. Yeah, then they're gonna be interested in us all of the time, yeah, and they're going to want to play with us all the time. Becky, settle down. Yeah, come on then.
Come on.
Right, so we're going to play some games with the dogs. So it's really important that we get their focus on us, yeah, so they're looking at us. But when we're chucking the ball for the dogs, it's really, really important that we get the ball back off the dogs straight away, yeah? We can't just chuck it and then just ignore them. Yeah, because then if we don't have control of the toy or the thing that the dog likes, then we don't have control of the dogs. Yeah, Passy? Yeah, so we want to build up the dog's interest in the toy. Yeah, so we know we got him. Come on, Max. Yeah, and then as soon as we chuck the ball for the dogs, then we'll get them straight back again. Down, Becky. Settle down. Settle down. Ready? Come on. Go and get it. Go on. So this is it, we're heading back to the van now. The dogs are all nicely tired. We're going to go and have a drink and a dry off. And I hope you've getting the idea of how important it is to play with your dog and the results that you can get if you do play with your dogs, yeah? How interested they are in you now. But now these dogs, they still want to play, they're still looking at us, talking to us. Yeah, we've got a couple on lead, you know, but they're still taking loads of attention, paying loads of attention to us. So if you want to learn how you can have more control over your own dogs, like what we have today, then a great place for you to start would be to pre-order my new dog training book. And you need to go to www.mydogsuperhero.com and you can pre-order the new book. It's called How to Be a Dog Superhero. And you can learn in the book all of the techniques and the methods that we use to entertain our dogs, our clients' dogs, yeah, and our dog training clients' dogs as well. And it's all fun, it's all force-free, it's all fair for the dog, it's all just based on having fun with your dog. And if you order it now, you can also get a substantial discount on what the published price is going to be when it eventually leaves the printing press in 6 weeks' time. And we'll see you next week. Come on, boys and girls.